Winter's coming. Winter's coming. Winter's coming. Winter's here. I can't change what I am. I'ma be what I wanna be. I'ma keep a sack on me. I'ma keep a sack on me. Winter's coming.
Good morning.
Money and the problems coming. Fell in love with the money and the
Yeah. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen.
Watch me pile this money all up. Watch me count this money all the way to the top. No mama picking and choosing. See me focusing on improving.
Yes, ladies and gentlemen.
Like what I do, see me counting up all these millions. To the top of the bands. Do the hood and millions. Playing with the racks like this again.
Good morning.
What I'm reaching. I've been working on the weekends. I can't talk to you no more. See me focused in my zone. I'm just trying to keep me simple.
Snuggle, winter is coming. Let's go.
No more. Now why you playing on my phone? I can't change what I am. I'ma be what I want. I'ma keep it sassy. I'ma keep it sassy.
Winter is coming.
With the money and the drugs. I got certain cars and visas. See me stacking up playing defense. I got options. Give me a reason why you selling just like a heathen. I ain't going to no more seasons. Why you checking up on this weekend? I ain't into playing games on me. Your friend I'm not at you back and forth. Nope. I don't want your credit score. You can keep your money.
That's right, ladies and gentlemen.
I don't want to be your friend.
Trump supporters, winter is coming. Winter's coming. Winter's coming. Hey, winter's coming. Hey, winter's coming. Hey, Trump supporters. Winter is coming for you. Yeah, winter, right?
Fell in love with the money and the drugs.
Right. Right. All right, let's get this show started, ladies and gentlemen. You know what we do over here on this side of town. We got to get the show started. All right, let's do it. You know it's about to be the end of the week, right? And listen, if you're a Trump supporter, go ahead and leave. Listen, listen.
If you're not happy here, then you can leave. As far as I'm concerned, if you hate our country, if you're not happy here, you can leave. If you're not happy in the U.S., if you're complaining all the time, very simply,
I'll be back. It's deja vu when I'm out here flying first class. It's like every week I gotta take out the trash. I'm on top of my game, headed to class. You can tell that I made it, look at my grass. Cars in the garage, your tanks full of gas. I play the game so raw, I won't finish last. Sitting in my living room, screaming how we made it. This is how it's supposed to happen when you get your famous. The algorithm turned me to a maniac. I guess we going viral cause my Zodiac. I got all these numbers on my spreadsheet. Benjamin Franklin is my pasty. And if they use my ex, that mean they love me. They don't give me plugs and they tax me. I say it with my chest cause I mean it. Got a lot of confidence and I'm defeated. Call me the master with a new whip. I'ma take off in a spaceship.
I'll tell you what, I haven't gone into Zeus's last in a couple of days. Yes. It was radical. It was horrible.
Thank you.
Zeus has gone way off.
I've gone off the rails.
It's like deja vu.
Saying the same thing.
It's like deja vu.
Right.
It's like deja vu. It's like deja vu. Yeah. It's deja vu when I'm running up these raps. I'm like the Terminator screaming, I'll be back. It's deja vu when I'm out here flying first class. It's like every week I gotta take out the trash. It's return of the man, they say I'm off the rails. I can't wait for you, I get it for myself. So many places to be, I got plenty. Like you've been here before, we are trending. Don't mistake me for a little more goofy. Rockstar life is like a movie.
Thank you for the subscription.
Hollywood, where you be at?
Hey,
I remember when I used to drive a Fiat. Now they looking for me like I'm Ray Epps. It's a conspiracy how I keep on getting checks. This money keep on falling.
Good morning, Joy.
That's what I put in. vu, I feel like I'm losing my mind. It's deja vu, I can't escape this rhyme. It's deja vu, it's a never-ending climb. It's deja vu when I'm running at these rats. I'm like the Terminator screaming, I'll be back. It's deja vu when I'm out here flying first class. It's like every week I gotta take out the trash.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Good morning. Yes. For those of you, thank you for joining the live this morning. Once again, we got off to a bit of a slow start, all right? Thank you for all of you who have subscribed, all right? Thank you for all of you who have been following this programming and helping to get the truth out here, all right? Let's give ourselves a round of applause. Ladies and gentlemen, for those of you who do not know who I am, I go by the name of Zeus, or as some like to say, Triple H, all right? And why do they call me Triple H? Well, it's quite simple, ladies and gentlemen. The first H is for honest. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, I am the most honest person on social media. I promise to tell you nothing but the truth. So help me God, right? There is merch. You just click on the link in the bio, all right? There's everything you want to do to support the kingdom in that link in the bio. Great question, and thank you for asking. I really do appreciate it. The next thing, ladies and gentlemen, is we have a bit of a good morning, Shay. How are you? All right. The next thing is we have to practice what we do here in the kingdom. Ladies and gentlemen, which is telling the truth and shaming the devil. It's like my grandmother always says, you gotta tell the truth and shame the devil, right? Now, what we do on this side of TikTok, ladies and gentlemen, is we hold our friends on the right accountable, as well as their leader, Donald J. Trump, all right? So if you do not like the truth, ladies and gentlemen, now is your chance to leave, but you don't got to take my word for it. Listen to your leader.
If you're not happy here,
thank you for the subscription.
then you can leave. As far as I'm concerned, if you hate our country,
and you do.
If you're not happy here, you can leave. If you're not happy in the U.S., if you're complaining all the time, very simply, you can leave. You can leave right now. Come back if you want. Don't come back. It's okay too. But if you're not happy, you can leave.
And that goes to all MAGA-possessed Trump supporters. Ladies and gentlemen, we are entering unprecedented territory in United States history. Never before have we ever had to arrest a former president for breaking the law at an unprecedented level, right? And so now what you have out here, you have the MAGA-possessed folks out here crying. They are all over social media crying in tears. Yesterday, I had one of my good friends, Snuggles, right? He got mad because I dropped him out of the live. Well, guess what? If you don't want me to drop you out of this live, Snuggles, then you can't get in here and start lying. And then he goes to his other live and he starts crying. He starts, Zeus dropped me out of his box. Single-handed, listen, every day I get on this platform and I'm cooking up some of the most awesome, amazing content on the planet. And this man single-handedly takes my content, goes to his platform, and uses it to attract Trump supporters. But he does this amazing trick. Everything that I tell the truth about, he lies about. What a shame. They go in there and they start crying from the top down. They all start crying. This is how I know I got MAGA on the ropes. This is what you call their last ditch effort to try to save face. But guess what? You can't cook it as much as I can, Snuggles. You can't cook it as fast as I do. Because see what I do, I'm true to this. You're just new to this, all right? So his supporters, Donald Trump supporters, they're all in shambles right now. Their numbers are sinking in the polls. Americans are saying Donald Trump is not qualified to be the president. I looked at the poll numbers and I said, wow. And you got Snuggles running around here saying we're winning, 0 convictions. Well, Snuggles, listen up. If this is what you call winning, more power to you, because at the end of the day, Snuggles, Donald Trump is going to go to jail, and if he doesn't get his soul right, he's going to go to hell. Yesterday, you should have seen this, ladies and gentlemen. This is how you know God's working. I go into Snuggles Live after delivering a blistering rebuke, and guess who I saw in there? I saw a bunch of powerful Democrats like myself, right? I mean, I'm not going to mention their names, but Snuggles knows who exactly they are. All of us were in there, itching to get in that box and talk with him. But you know what Snuggles did? He chickened out. He was scared. He wouldn't open up that box. Instead, he kept pressing play on those disgusting videos that he puts on his many profiles. He has at least 20 profiles, and I don't know how he does it, but he takes pictures of himself in front of lies, and he smiles. He does this thing with his eyebrow, and he tries to use this trick. It's like putting a pork chop around a dog's neck, right? Snuggles, that's not going to get you more viewers, Snuggles. You know, that's not a good way to get more viewers on your platform. I'm going to tell you what you got to do. You got to be original. You got to create real organic content, all right? And you got to try to stick to one account. And I know it's hard for you to stick to one account, Snuggles. I know, right? Because, listen, you get to this point when, you know, he gets to this point when he's upset. I don't care. This is how you know they're a fake TikTok host. They get to a point where they go, I don't care if TikTok suspends me. I'm going to say it. This is what they do, right? Donald Trump is innocent. And then next thing you know, he somehow ends up losing that account. Snuggles, cut it out. What a shame. And then listen, don't boo me. Don't boo me. His supporters, you know, Janae, I think her name is Janae. Zeus, tell your followers to stop reporting Snuggles. I got something to say to you, Janae, all right? And all of you, especially, is it Paz, are you out there? Anybody that goes to a Snuggles Live and think that we are reporting him, you've lost your mind. Snuggles has been getting reported ever since he got on to TikTok. I'm going to be very honest with you. Snuggles, am I lying? You've been getting reported ever since you got on TikTok, okay? It's not the Democrats that are reporting Snuggles. It's Snuggles' way of doing business. He's like his leader, Donald John Trump. It's not the Democrats that are getting Donald Trump indicted, that's getting him arrested. It's not the Democrats. It's this guy himself. And I'm going to continue to turn the temperature up. I'm going to continue to turn the temperature up on these Trump supporters because I can sense it. I can sense it's in the air. The Trump supporters, they know Fonnie Willis is the real deal. And they know Jack Smith is the real deal. And they know Donald Trump is going to go to prison. All right? And he got to turn himself in real soon. He really does. And just a friendly reminder, this is just a friendly reminder, Trump supporters.
I am giving the defendants the opportunity to voluntarily surrender no later than noon on Friday, the 25th day of August, 2020.
Ready or not, here I come. You can't hide.
Every individual charged in the indictment is charged with one count of violating Georgia's Racketeer, Influence, and Corrupt Organizations Act.
All right, let's get this show started. And by the way, Snuggles, I don't want you to play this song in your live. I don't want you to play the Inspector Gadget song in your live anymore, Snuggles. Come up with your own content or you're going to have Zeus being your worst nightmare on this app. And I know you don't want to let me up in the box because you know what I'm going to do, right? All right, ladies and gentlemen. Now let's get back down to business because the MAGA demon is on its way down to the pits of hell. It's going down to the pits of hell. Ladies and gentlemen, I want Trump supporters to know this. FEC records show that Donald Trump's attorneys who who faced jail time for the 2020 election were not getting paid by Donald Trump. I ask Snuggles all the time, and people like him, how much money do you send Donald Trump every month? And they get on TikTok and they lie. They say they don't send Donald Trump a crying dime. Well, explain to me how Donald Trump has all this money, Snuggles. If you explain to me why your 401k is low and Donald Trump's money is high. Snuggles, I've done the math. You are sending Donald Trump money from your 401k. Now it's not even a 401. It's like a 2K, right? It's like a 1.5K now because you keep sending your money to Donald Trump. All right? Don't blame Joe Biden or Hunter Biden for that. Don't blame the Democrats. Blame yourself. And get this, Donald Trump, he's such a honest person that he agreed to pay Rudy Giuliani. Listen, he was going to pay him with a handshake deal, $20,000 a day. This is what he did. Rudy, I will give you $20,000 a day to spread lies about the 2020 election. And you know what Rudy Giuliani said? Well, Mr. President, that's a great deal. Let's shake on it. And he shook Donald Trump's nasty, ashy, orange-crusted hands. That should have been a red flag right there. But he went along with it and did the devil's work for Donald Trump, only to find out that his only payment for being loyal to Donald Trump was jail. That's what you call shaking hands with the devil. Rudy Giuliani, Trump supporters, let that be an example for all of you. The only payment you're going to get from Donald Trump is a jail sentence, right? So, ladies and gentlemen, let's give Donald Trump, I'm going to give Donald Trump a round of applause, all right? Because he's doing the work that I wish I could do. He's sending the Trump supporters to jail. All right. Now, people are in the comment section and they're getting upset with me. I can sense it. I can sense the dissension in the comment section, all right? And people think that I'm being mean to the Trump supporters, all right? But I'm not being mean to the Trump supporters. I just got to be, very direct with them because I'm the MAGA whisperer. I know how to talk to Trump supporters. And as my good friend Angela likes to remind me, we used to be a lot kinder to MAGA. We really did, right? We really used to be a lot kinder to MAGA. But unfortunately, ladies and gentlemen, the gloves are off.
Everyone knows and I wouldn't have said this 3 weeks ago. I wouldn't have said it. I was actually very kind to him. But now we can't be kind anymore because the gloves are off. The jar has been opened. He's taken millions of dollars from other countries like China. He's totally compromised. He's taken millions and millions of dollars from other countries.
It's like I always say, every MAGA accusation is truly, and I mean this from the bottom of my heart, thank you, Michelle. All right, every MAGA accusation is truly a MAGA confession. Yesterday, I did a blistering rebuke. When I read Biden's accomplishments, right? And I get to the part about him getting our United States troops out of Afghanistan. You got these fake, outraged, MAGA-possessed demons. They get mad because those 13 brave soldiers lost their lives as a result of an act of terrorism. And instead of placing the blame on the terrorists, these MAGA-possessed demons place the blame on President Biden. Good morning, attacking. So yesterday, I had to remind those MAGA-possessed demons about Donald Trump's Yemen raid that he did on his 5th day in the White House, in which he cost a U.S. Navy soldier his life because he did it out of spite of President Barack Obama, and he didn't consult with his National Security Council. You know who he consulted with? Jared Kushner and Steve Bannon. supporter called Donald Trump out for it. So as far as I'm concerned, you Trump supporters are the biggest liars, hypocrites, conspiracy theorists, seditionists, treasonous criminals I've ever seen. And if you do not like our country, do as your leader said. Get your behinds out of here. Just listen, is there anybody in the audience that is keeping a Trump supporter here in the United States hostage? By a show of hands. Anybody here forcing MAGA to stay? By a show of hands. Is there anyone here forcing MAGA to stay? By a show of hands. All right, look at this. Exactly. Like your leader said.
If you're not happy here, then you can leave. As far as I'm concerned, if you hate our country.
And we know you do.
If you're not happy here, you can leave. If you're not happy in the U.S., if you're complaining all the time, very simply, you can leave. You can leave right now.
Right.
Come back if you want. Don't come back. It's okay too. But if you're not happy, you can leave.
All right? So stop complaining and grow up. Act like adults. All right? Stop complaining. We did 4 years with Trump. Don't act like you can't do 4 years with President Biden. All right? Speaking of that, I want to get into this Jared Kushner stuff, right? You know the Republicans are always obsessed with Hunter Biden. How did Hunter Biden get his money? But they're radio silent on Jared Kushner and his sources of income. Ladies and gentlemen, this is disturbing at all levels. And again, I've never seen a Trump supporter hold a live about Jared Kushner and his foreign businesses. Does anybody know what kind of businesses Jared Kushner has? Does anybody know why Jared Kushner made all that money from the Saudis? Does anybody know? Because you're so concerned about Hunter Biden, but you can't answer this. Listen, ladies and gentlemen, I got to be quick because I know I got a little time. A recent analysis showed that only 1% of investments in Jared Kushner's private equity firm came from sources in the United States. Wow. Trump's son-in-law purportedly took in $2 billion from the Saudis, prompting Stephen Ratner to say he's never seen anything like this in his life. Economic analyst Stephen Ratner on Monday, ladies and gentlemen, he posted a pie chart showing that all but 1% of the $3 billion investment in former President Trump's... Listen, ladies and gentlemen, I got the pie chart. I'm so sorry. Look at Jared Kushner's Middle East shakedown. I'm sorry. Surely Marjorie Taylor Greene wants to look into this. Only 1% of the $3 billion investment in the former president's son-in-law, Jared Kushner's private equity firm, Affinity Partners is what they call it, came from foreign sources after he spent much of his White House time cozying up. All right, hold on. I got to get rid of the poll. Hold on. Cozying up to Saudi Arabia and the Crown Prince, Mohammed bin Salman. I just want to make sure I put this out here. Again, when you're in a live and they try to bring up Hunter Biden getting a couple of $1 million, right? 20 million, how much money? They go, Hunter Biden got $5 million. What's $5 million to 3.1 billion? Use your head, Trump supporters. Use your head. This is a bigger issue than a little $5 million. All right. I mean, I don't got a $5 million payment coming in. I would love to have it. But listen, $3 billion? $3 billion? You can't tell me this wasn't an abuse of power, abuse of the office, right? You can't tell me he wasn't using his power in the office to get this kind of money, because you would think if he was really getting it like this, he would have got more than $3 billion from other countries for doing exactly what he did in Saudi Arabia, right? So definitely, and I'm glad James Comer is looking into this. All right, so let's move on to our next topic. I know we got a little bit of time because I'm a little over. I started a little late. I'm so sorry. Okay, all right, let's move on to our next topic, ladies and gentlemen. And this is just a little bit of a shout out to Kevin McCarthy, ladies and gentlemen. This is some state of California business. You know, I'm in the state of California, and Kevin McCarthy has been called out in a local newspaper. All right, because he refuses to let Donald Trump face justice. He was called out by the editorial board of a key California paper for running to the defense of Donald Trump once again after his fourth indictment. According to the Sacramento Bee, all right, the editorial board, they jumped into Kevin McCarthy. He jumped into the fray once again after former president was indicted under RICO charges in Georgia by taking to social media and proclaiming justice should be blind, but Biden has weaponized government against his leading political opponents to interfere with the 2024 election. What a shame. The editors, they pointed out to Kevin McCarthy that, listen up, Kevin McCarthy, Donald Trump is not the president. The man who beat Donald Trump fairly, Democrat Joe Biden, is leading our nation. Biden had nothing to do with bringing the Georgia case. That was the decision of Fulton County District Attorney Fani Willis. And as for weaponizing, McCarthy, like his fellow Americans, has yet to hear all of the evidence in the 2 federal and 2 state cases against Donald Trump. So, ladies and gentlemen, let's give the Sacramento Bee for holding Kevin McCarthy accountable in the state of California a round of applause. All right, I got a little more time. A couple of things, and then I'll open up these boxes, ladies and gentlemen. One thing that I need to point out, ladies and gentlemen, I want to make sure Donald Trump supporters know that they're laughing at Rudy Giuliani. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, mobsters that Rudy Giuliani has a history of being tough on crime with, they are now laughing at Rudy Giuliani. This is what happens when you allow the devil to possess you and use you, Trump supporters. Listen to what I'm saying. The criminals that Rudy Giuliani used to go after and prosecute, they're now getting the last laugh. Can you believe it? So Rudy Giuliani, not only is he going broke, all right, he lost his wife, right? He's got nothing. And then on top of that, the people that he used to go after get the laugh at him. You can't make this stuff up. This is why I'm telling Snuggles right here today. Snuggles, this is going to be your portion too. This will be your portion, Snuggles. And get this, Snuggles. Listen up. When this comes to you, no one's going to feel sorry for you. Does anybody out there feel sorry for Rudy Giuliani? By a show of hands. How many people feel sorry for Rudy Giuliani? Please raise your hand. Anybody out there feel sorry for him? Because we know what he did when he lied on those sisters out there in the state of Georgia, all right? Talking about they stole the votes, right? See, Snuggles? I want you to see this. No one's going to feel sorry for you. You will never, ever be able to claim you are a victim. You're not, because look at all the damage that's been done, all right? So I would encourage you, Snuggles, to get rid of that MAGA demon that's possessing your soul right now. Get rid of it as soon as possible, or hell will be your portion. Oh, yeah, I told you. Yeah, this is going to be a nasty. Listen, all the way until Donald Trump gets placed in handcuffs by Fani Willis. You have my word. I am going to be the constant reminder to MAGA that it is over. It's truly over, MAGA, in case you didn't know. I've never seen all the hardened criminals. You were talking about Pablo Escobar, mafia members. All hardened criminals seem to change their tune once they end up in a jail cell. I don't know what it is. But when they get in that jail cell, oh my God, it becomes a come to Jesus. Oh my Lord, if you hear me, please give me a sign. That's what happens when when you go to jail. I'm not lying. Lord, give me a sign. Please send the bailiff over. I would love to have just one pack of Pop-Tarts while I'm in here. It would taste so good, right? Tell my mama I love her, all right? This is wrong. This is injustice. Yeah, that's what happens when that behind get put in a jail cell. Trust me, that jail is something else. That's why I think I'm a firm believer that for some people, jail is the right thing. And you know what? If this is what it takes, is, you got these folks out here, they call themselves Christians. I'm going to say it. Maybe this is God's plan. Maybe this is God's plan to get Trump closer to his bosom. All right. Maybe this is all part of God's plan. So you don't want to get in the way of God, do you? Do you, Trump supporters? Before I wrap this up, there's a couple of more things I want to bring to the Trump supporters' attention. The jail is horrible conditions. You're right, especially in Fulton County. You're right, Mrs. Hill. I heard that jail is one of the most terrible prisons or jails out there. It's disgusting. I would be doing everything I could to avoid that jail. This is just an FYI. A Trump supporter woman was charged with threatening to unalive the judge who is overseeing the January 6th case in Washington, D.C., amongst others. Let's give the DOJ a round of applause for catching this MAGA-possessed demon in the wild. A woman from Texas has reportedly been formally charged with threatening to unalive Judge Tanya Chutkan, the jurist overseeing Trump's federal criminal case over allegations that the former president attempted to overturn the 2020 election. Abigail, her name is Abigail Joe Shree of Alvin, Texas, is accused of threatening to harm this judge, as well as Rep. Sheila Jackson, a Democrat in Texas. In doing so, Shree allegedly used racial epithets and promised to harm anyone going after Trump. What a shame. She too will be in a jail cell. She too will be calling out for the Lord to save her soul. All right. And Snuggles, if you're here, go ahead and go visit her. All right. Go give this fellow Trump supporter a visit, Snuggles. All right. You might learn something. Speaking of jail, one of my favorite things to do, ladies and gentlemen, this is one of my favorite topics to cover. All right. And then after this, I'll get to the boxes. All right. This is one of my favorite topics to cover. A January 6th rioter who stole a police shield and kept it as a souvenir was sentenced to prison. Evidence that, once again, they don't believe in backing the blue. They believe in attacking the blue. All right. This is more evident. And like I said, every MAGA accusation is truly a MAGA confession. You got Marjorie Taylor Greene saying defund the DOJ, the police. Everything they accuse the Democrats of, they're doing. All right. Listen, a Florida man, what do we got going on in the state of Texas and Florida? Why are all the deranged Trump supporters coming from those states? I don't know. Stole a riot shield and used it to help push against an officer in the January 6th attack on the United States Capitol, was sentenced Wednesday to a year and a half in prison, prosecutors said. Joshua Doolin, 25, of Lakeland, was sentenced to 18 months Wednesday, a little more than 5 months after he was found guilty. He was recorded holding a stolen police shield yelling, "I got a riot shield." And he joined the pro-Trump mob pushing against police at the Lower West Terrace, prosecutor said. Doolin was convicted at a bench trial, which means that a judge found him guilty. And he was convicted of civil disorder, which resulted in 18 long ones, all right, 18 months. And he was sentenced to 3 other counts, resulting in a 12-month sentence, according to court records. And these sentences will run at the same time. Ladies and gentlemen, as typical Trump supporter fashion, he plans to appeal this, right? Like Snuggles says, he thinks Donald Trump's appeal over, these charges it's somehow going to go in his favor. It's not going to go in his favor. Trust me, Snuggles. Donald Trump will be in prison for a minimum of 5 years, guaranteed. Thanks to Fonnie Willis. So, ladies and gentlemen, I want you to join me in sending another Trump supporter off to prison. All right, ladies and gentlemen. Listen, if you're mad at what I just said in this live and all this truth coming out, you don't have to be here. Why be in a live with all this truth? Right? Why be in a live with all this truth? Just leave. All right? All right? I'm serious, Trump supporters. If you don't want to hear this truth, just swipe up. You don't got to leave no comments on my videos and tell me. You don't got to go into Snuggles Live and complain about what you heard. Just go on about your life. There's over 7 billion people on this planet. Why are you wasting your time with little old Zeus, right?
If you're not happy here, then you can leave. As far as I'm concerned, if you hate our country,
right, and you know you do.
If you're not happy here, you can leave. If you're not happy in the U.S., if you're complaining all the time, very simply, you can leave. You can leave right now.
They really can.
Come back if you want. Don't come back. It's okay too. But if you're not happy, you can leave.
You hear that, man? And they don't, and they go, Zeus, why don't you let Trump supporters in your lives, right? Right, and I'm gonna do what Snuggles did to me yesterday. Oh, he didn't want to let Zeus in that box. Well, Snuggles, the feeling is mutual. Because you know what these Trump supporters like to do? They like to get in the box and they like to yell and spew lies and misinformation, let that MAGA demon rage. Should I do it? Should I do it? Should I tell you what these Trump supporters sound like to me? Should I tell you what they sound like? All right, fine. You twisted my arm. This is what a Trump supporter sounds like to me. You ever been in one of those cars, right? You ever been in one of those cars? You hear them? And it's like, whoa, that car sounds terrible. It sounds a little something like this. Snuggles! HVAC! Bad views! Turn that off! Turn off that car. Listen, something is clearly wrong with that thing. Oh, listen, I know you love the leather seats and the air conditioning, but listen, that's standard in most models. That car right there sounds terrible. Where did you get it from? The junkyard? I mean, seriously, listen, the way that car sounds, it sounds like you need the hands of God placed on that engine, right? And similarly, that's how the Trump supporters, you need the hands of God placed on your mind, and you need that MAGA demon cast out. I mean, seriously, cast out of you, okay, before you can have a real sincere conversation with me. All right, because everything else, as far as I'm concerned, is just a waste of my time. All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's open up these boxes and hear from those of you who are brave to get in the box and tell the truth. And just a friendly reminder, Snuggles, and all of you, you know what it is.
I am giving the defendants the opportunity to voluntarily surrender no later than noon on Friday, 23.
That's right, Miss Fonnie. Good morning, Attacking. How are you doing this
morning? Good morning, Zeus.
I'm doing all right.
So I just put up another video.
Oh, what is it about?
Well, now they're attacking again Ruby Freeman with the fake Giuliani video where they showed her putting ballots through 3 times in a 90-second video saying that she was putting ballots in like 18,000 ballots. Well, the thing is this. I had the security, the Georgia security video of that day.
Yes. Oh, really?
Yes.
It's on your page.
I made it right now.
All right. Ladies and gentlemen, go check out this video.
Well, no, I have to put it on this one. I've got it on my other two. Oh. So anyway, the thing is this is I took the Georgia security video and I took her process. And her entire process for one set of ballots started at 11:03 at night and ended at 11:15 or 16.
Oh.
It took her almost 13 minutes to put one set of ballots through. And the reason being is because they jammed. It didn't go through until her daughter came and cleared out the machine of the paper jam. And then the fourth time that she put it through and went through. So they ruined her life lying that this woman put ballots through multiple times when in all honesty, they only went through once.
Wow.
Now, unlike your friend Snuggles, who likes to lie and say there's no proof of anything,
Right.
I literally have the security video, which is time stamped and dated.
Wow.
From when this situation occurred. And all these security videos are time stamped and dated from the morning when the water was on the floor to when they did the ballots at nighttime, pulling out the certified totes for the ballots from underneath the table, which they were also put underneath the table on security tape.
Wow.
But see, the thing is this, now that we've got this indictment in Georgia, now they're going to attack Ruby Freeman again, causing her more harm and physical possible violence and her daughter.
Wow.
They don't realize that Rudy Giuliani in a court deposition statement says that he concedes knowing that he lied about her, but there's a defamation lawsuit going against him from these two women.
Wow.
See, unlike the Trump lovers, you and I and most of the people in here who follow us and listen to the truth, like Jenny up there who just sent you who sent me an earth.
Right. Jenny, you're back. We're supposed to
we check facts. We have documentation. We have proof. We have video. We have audio. We have transcripts. We have depositions. We have phone calls. We have text messages. Things that you people like Snuggles don't give a darn about. Snuggles literally said when you were in his broadcast, said the women that Trump assaulted, there were no names associated with it. But do you know what I did, Zeus? I made another video showing the women and their names associated with them, said Trump did something. See, Snuggles has to be there watching the assault happen before he believes it. You know, the thing is this, all this evidence, and yet, like you just proved with Jared Kushner receiving money, they don't have a darn thing on Joe Biden and Hunter Biden.
No.
The Republicans haven't proved anything. They haven't shown anything, but yet you guys want to run on the title of the whatever the article is. Hunter Biden receives $5 million. Where's the proof? Oh, it's there. Where's it coming? Oh, it's coming in 2 weeks. Yeah. You know, come on, people. Donald Trump is innocent until proven guilty. But you know what? The stuff that is being found out is what he has caused. His attorneys who supported him, who lied to the court system, have lost their law licenses for this. You have Republicans being charged with electoral fraud.
Exactly.
Putting people's lives in danger by having to go to jail themselves for lying about voter fraud when they are doing it themselves. But you ignore the people who have been arrested. You ignore the documentation of the charges. You ignore the Republicans on tape literally signing fake documents like Kelly Ward in Arizona sitting at a table recording this.
Wow.
And yet everything else, you say it's a witch hunt, but it's Donald Trump's own actions and words that you even say are lies.
This is why they're winning, right? They call this winning. Yeah, you're winning. You're winning when it comes to indictments and charges, felonies.
And by the way, I you do what you do. I'll do what I do. Snuggles, you're a coward. You won't ever come to my broadcast and talk to me because I'll hold you accountable for your lies. And by the way, if you're going to clap and cheer for Donald Trump, You're going to clap and cheer for Donald Trump for name calling people, degrading people, and then you whine that you don't want to talk to somebody for calling you a name. That in itself makes you a hypocrite.
Hypocrites. All right, attacking.
I'm done.
All right, ladies. Thank you, brother, for delivering that blistering rebuke of MAGA. All right, I totally appreciate it. Ladies and gentlemen, let's give brother attacking a round of applause. Oh, yes. I do have to say this to my moderators. I've been getting a lot of people reaching out to me saying that some of the real supporters of the kingdom are getting blocked. All right, so moderators, please don't block people who are actually here for the show. All right, you can get rid of these nasty, evil ones. All right, but the ones that are here for the show, please just they're gonna push back against Zeus. I'm totally fine. All right, listen, we're all adults. But we can't be blocking people who are friendly, all right? So, all right, I'm gonna bring up our next guest. All right, Alex, I did see you out there. You said you wanted to speak on the Ruby Freeman thing, huh?
Yeah, so Zeus, thanks for having me up. So typically, Georgia's my state. I don't live there currently, but I grew up in Georgia for the most part of my life. So in this whole Trump indictment case, I want to outline 3 specific people that I have the most issue with: Stephen Lee, Harrison Floyd, and Travion Cootie. Right. So let me let you know who Stephen Lee is. Shocker, he's a pastor.
He's a pastor.
Pastor.
The devil is a lie.
Harrison Ford, he's the leader of the Black Voices for Trump. Travion Cootie, she was the former publicist or assistant to Kanye West. All right. So let me just put this in proper context, right?
Go ahead.
So what happened was that they first enlisted Stephen Lee to go to Mrs. Ruby Freeman's house to quote unquote coerce her to say she committed fraud. So my issue is, even they're having these fake Christians are willing to impugn the integrity of the pulpit for one individual.
Wow.
All right. So what happened was, of course, Mrs. Ruby Freeman said, I'm not speaking to no corrupt pastor. I'm not allowing this demon into my house.
Right. Amen.
So what they do, let's send the black folks over to talk to her.
Oh.
So they thought, well, maybe since Harrison Floyd is black, Travion Cootie is black, maybe they can speak to her conscience, get her to say that she committed fraud.
Wow.
And in the South, this is what we like to say. Black people, at some point, if you're doing bad, you're going to get your Negro wake-up call.
They say that?
And Mr. Harrison Floyd and Travion Cootie, they're going to get that Negro wake-up call.
Wow.
What's going to happen is that, again, lo and behold, the black people are going to be left holding the bag in this case. I guarantee you they're not getting their legal fees paid by Trump's association. But this is really frustrates me because they sent a pastor to impugn someone's integrity, and they sent 2 black folks to go impugn her integrity.
And these folks call themselves Christians, don't they?
Call themselves Christians, leaders for the Black Voices for Trump, publicists. It's a shame. Those are 3 individuals in this case that I feel like I'm very more frustrated with.
Yeah, you see, this is why we got to have these broadcasts, all right? Because, see, this kind of truth needs to be out here so people can really, see what's going on in this country and don't be, believing these lies that a lot of these fake TikTok hosts, these fake TikTok content creators are putting out here, right?
Again, a pastor, a man of the cloth, a man that says, he represents the will of God, is out here committing fraud, committing crimes. And I yield my time.
All right. Well, listen, Brother Alex, as always, I appreciate you having the courage to get in the box and tell this truth. Let's give him a round of applause. No lies detected. You mean to tell me they were going to get a Negro wake-up call? Wow. No wonder Donald Trump and his supporters feel so comfortable attacking Ruby Freeman and Fonnie Willis because they think they're going to be the ones to deliver this so-called Negro wake-up call. What a shame. And this is why I'm the way I am with MAGA right now. This is why the gloves are off. This is why the gloves are off. Because see, we were a lot kinder before with MAGA, but the gloves are off because they're totally crooked, they're totally compromised. And then they have the audacity to go out here and cause all this damage to people and get on TikTok and start crying. Zeus, I'm a victim. Oh, I'm a victim, Zeus. Please give me a hug, Zeus. Absolutely not. You ain't no victim. You're a demon. And I'm not hugging none of you. Nope, not at all. All right, let's bring up my next panelist. Oh, Brother Swervin. Good morning. How are you doing, champ?
Zeus, I gotta say, my Honey Nut Cheerios is keeping me on my toes.
Hey, that's pretty nice. That's better than Frosted Flakes, it sounds.
Well, thank you, sir. Zeus, I wanted to touch on two quick things as quickly as I can.
All right.
First and foremost, with the condition that I'm in right now, brushing my teeth is not just simply brushing my teeth. Taking a shower is not just simply taking a shower. Making toast is not simply making toast anymore.
Wow.
There's a lot of prep work and things that have to be done before I can even make a sandwich or get a bottle of pop.
Wow.
And this morning when I got up, I woke up kind of late this morning. I've been having a couple of bad days here. I woke up kind of late this morning.
Right.
And I looked at my clock. And I said, doggone it, Zeus gonna be on in a little while. And I started thinking about everything I got to do. I'm like, I gotta feed the dogs. I gotta get Mama Jenny's breakfast. I gotta brush my teeth. I gotta make a pot of coffee.
That's what I be thinking.
I gotta shower, right?
I go through that same thought process.
But for me, that stuff takes like an hour. To do all of those things takes like an hour, hour and a half.
Right.
Right. So the reason I tell you that, Zeus, is to tell you this. I know the amount of time and prep that you put into your show, your daily show. It's nothing that I can do anymore. I can't even take a screenshot anymore because my hands just don't work. Okay.
I understand.
So, and you taking the time, I just wanted to thank you for having these lives, bringing this truth, and letting the world see what these MAGA demons are all about. And I, for one, certainly appreciate you, my friend. Okay.
Thank you, brother. I appreciate that.
You're very welcome. The other thing I wanted to touch on now I'm gonna blow your head up a little bit, okay? Let's say we got Zeus, this hip hop Triple H star. He gets his own record label. He got his own record label, and he's signed a new artist, and he's just everything in the world is jiving for Zeus right now. And we all just trailing behind, going, man, I knew that brother when he was on TikTok, right?
Right.
And all of a sudden you say, you know what? I think it's time for me to just kind of back down a little bit. Just chill. You know what? Let me hire a CEO for my company.
Oh.
Let me hire a CEO. Everything's going to still go through me. I have ultimate decision, but I'm going to get a CEO to run my business. Zeus, imagine your assistant comes to you. This assistant been working for you for 15 years.
All right.
And the assistant comes to you and she says, Triple H, listen, we got a candidate here. We're considering hiring him. He's going to have an interview with us later today, and then we'll let him talk to you. Oh, really? What can you tell me about him? He's got 91 felonies.
Oh.
Your face is going to hit the floor. You're going to look at your assistants like, okay, did you bump your head getting in and out of the car this morning? Why would you even entertain the thought of having somebody come in here for an interview that's got 91 felonies?
Not me.
Not me either.
Absolutely.
If I ran my own business, 91 felonies for real?
No.
And running for the presidency is the longest job interview process in the world, as far as I know. This man has 91 felonies, and they're all sitting there going, yeah, he's the one. He's the one.
I would fire that assistant of mine if that's what said assistant did. She came to me, or he or she came to me with that nonsense. You know what? That might be the last day. That might
Exactly.
be the last day.
So that was all I wanted. I just wanted to put that out in your head there, a little quick.
That was a good one, though.
And just say, hey, would I really want to hire somebody that's got 91 felonies on their track record? Because I know I wouldn't.
Not at all. Any of you in the audience would hire someone with 91 felons besides Snuggles? I know Snuggles would do it.
You know he would in a New York minute. He's like, you ain't even got to work. Just show up and I'll pay you. But anywho, Zeus, you get back to managing the affairs of the kingdom, brother. As always, I appreciate you, man, and thank you so much. All right.
All right. You're
Be safe out there. We'll see you, Big Al.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's give Brother Swerve a round. No lies detected. That's how this works, ladies and gentlemen. You get in the box, and like my grandmother says, you gotta tell the truth and shame the devil. Like I said, these Trump supporters, it's gonna be all the way until Fonnie Willis locks his behind to arrest him. It's gonna be rough out here on these TikTok streets. All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's bring up our next guest, Brother Nutty Professor.
Good morning.
How are you?
Great. Can you repeat after me? Can you say self-deprecation?
Self-deprecation.
That is MAGA.
Mm-hmm.
They continue to keep pooping on themselves, and they like it. They love it. They want some more of it.
Nasty.
You got these lawyers losing their law license. You got these lawyers losing their jobs. You got people going to jail. You said in your monologue about Abigail, 43-year-old woman just south of Houston, who's now going to end up going to jail over the threats she made to the judge in D.C.
Right.
People, why are you doing this for the orange orangutan? Why? Can you please tell me why? Please tell me why. What's in it for you? This man does not pay his bills. He does not pay his attorneys. He doesn't care about you. He wouldn't even spit on you if you were on fire, but yet you're throwing your life away for him. Why?
Why?
Can anyone answer that question? You got people out here like Snuggles. I see why Snuggles does it, because he took on a chapter from Donald Trump. He's grifting the people on TikTok. So I see why he does it. So there's something in it for him. But you got people like Liar, Conservative Lens, and we boo-hoo-hoo, we me, Janae, who always want to say you're lying, but yet they keep coming to your lives. If I keep saying that someone is a liar, why do I keep showing up in their space? Because if someone is a liar and I know them to be a liar, why give them the time of day? Zeus, you're a liar. Zeus, you are a paid operative of the Democratic Party. Zeus. And I'm like, I'm tired of hearing your name, Zeus. So tell me yet again, Almighty Zeus, tell me, why do these people continue coming into your lives and calling you a liar and want to say, oh, woe is me, the dirty libs, they don't want to let people talk, blah, 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 blah. If you don't want to let people talk, then why come here?
The gloves are off, MAGA. The gloves are
I
off.
don't understand your logic. That's why I'm saying self-deprecation. You like people to spit, pee, shit on you.
Keep it clean.
You like it. You like it. No, you got dark nutty today. You like it, so I'll take the growls. You like it. I think you get off on it.
Jeez.
You get off on being pissed on. You like golden showers. You like all these other things. Y'all nasty, and you need to find Jesus.
Oh.
Have a great day.
All right, ladies and gentlemen. Oh my gosh, that was some dark nutty. Yeah. He got real low in the field on that one. All right, y'all better lay up out there, MAGA. You didn't got nutty worked up. Y'all better calm down out there. And no, we're not the Democrats. We're not triggered at all. Not because of these indictments. What we're doing right now is you ever hear them say the walls are closing in? We've secured the perimeter north. We secured it south, east, and west. All right. And what we've done is we've got you, MAGA. We got you. All right. We got the DOJ on our side. We got President Biden on our side. We got a couple of DAs on our side. We got the media. All of this truth is coming like a tsunami, MAGA. And it is truly over for you. And you know, I got the proof it's over because Fonnie Willis gave a clear direction, a clear order to Donald Trump, the leader of MAGA.
I am giving the defendants the opportunity to voluntarily surrender no later than noon on Friday, the 25th day of August, 2023.
I don't know. Listen, it's like your mom, your parent figure, bringing down the kibosh on whatever nonsense you were doing. She said, I am giving them until the 25th. What? She didn't say to think about what I'm saying. She didn't say to think about and change their opinion. She said to surrender. Go look up what it means to surrender, MAGA. Ooh. Ooh. Oh my God. I could imagine Donald Trump, because we all watched it together, on whatever news station you watched it on. We watched Fonnie Willis first. They released the indictment, and it came out accidentally, right? And then the real thing came out, and it was just as nasty, if not as it was nastier than what we thought it would be, right? And then she came out with all of her security on national television. And she delivered, and I know she was talking to Donald Trump when she did it, right? And I'm sitting there watching her do this, and when she ended it by saying, surrender, I said, if I was Donald Trump watching that, I'd have been drinking, because he was drinking a Coca-Cola thinking this was going to be funny, right? He thought this was going to be funny. He was drinking his Coca-Cola, eating a cheeseburger, and when she said, surrender, he said, Oh my God, he spilled his Coke all over himself. Okay. He looked at his attorneys and says, do I gotta do it? And they looked at him and they said, you gotta do it. He says, oh my God, I've never been scared like this in my life. This is what he did. I've never been this scared. And they said, I know, but you gotta go. Yeah, because if you don't surrender, they're gonna come get you wherever you're at. Imagine you're on a campaign trail. And right before you get out of right as you get out of your airplane, they're going to be waiting for you. You got to go. I got to go. Yeah. They're going to do my mug shot too. Yeah. They're going to put me in cuffs too. Yeah. They're going to do all of that. They're going to make you feel like a prisoner for sure. Really? Yeah. Oh, I'm not hungry anymore. I'm going to bed. I think this night's over. That's what happened when he found out Fonnie Willis wants him to surrender. And Snuggles, and anybody like you will be surrendering too if you don't stop today. Trust me, it doesn't get any easier after this. It's only gonna get harder. All right? And I mean that, like my good friend Swerve says, I'm saying that with my whole chest. All right? Let's bring up our next guest, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, they don't like me when I get out here and start telling this truth. Good morning, Shay. Welcome.
How are you, my friend? My God, you have been cracking me up this morning. I almost spit out my coffee.
Oh,
like we're saying today. Oh my God, you are on fire.
Yeah.
Okay.
The gloves are off.
The gloves are off, my friend. And you know what? And that is, I think it's how we're all feeling. I mean, how do you, I sat there and listened to Snuggles rant yesterday. I mean, he's going to put himself in the hospital again if he doesn't chill out. And what was that video he was playing about Maui? Something about a plane or something that flew over and bombed
Oh,
Maui.
they think it was someone attacking Maui, right? That's where their minds have went. And you know, when
Yeah.
they start talking about Hawaii, I say, you are the same people that cried that Biden didn't go to East Palestine, right? Remember when they were
Uh-huh.
crying?
Oh
And
yeah.
then we found out Marjorie Taylor Greene's campaign manager was over there stealing from the kids.
Mm-hmm.
So you know they're out there in Hawaii with another scam, right? Because you know the GOP right now, they're the top
Oh,
scammers right now.
totally. Yeah, no, totally. But I'm just sitting here going, my God, he's a conspiracy theorist. No wonder. I mean, I sit here and I listen to the stuff, and there's the Roger Stone, right? That has been released, right? If you want to, I can play it a little bit of it.
You can, yeah, go for it. I
Uh,
listened to it yesterday, but this is good. This is
yeah,
good.
I don't know if
Bad views, stop. He said conspiracy realist. Wow. No, it's conspiracy theorist bad views. That's something's wrong with your mind.
yeah, exactly. I mean, it's just give me a break, guys. I mean, we're trying to help you out here. Now this is people on tape, bad views. Here's Roger Stone.
Listen to this.
2 days before the election. 2 days before the election was held.
In their state, the final decision as to who the state legislatures authorize be sent to the Electoral College,
right,
is a decision made solely by the legislature. Any legislative body may decide on the basis of overwhelming evidence of fraud to send electors to the Electoral College who accurately reflect the president's legitimate victory in their state, which was illegally denied him through fraud. We must be prepared to lobby our Republican legislatures by personal contact and by demonstrating overwhelming will of the people in their state, in each state, that this may need to happen.
Wow.
Yeah. I mean, this is a guy that 2 days before the election was even held, right? So this is November 1st. I think the election was held November 3rd.
Correct.
Had already been working up a scheme because they knew that Trump was going to lose. They knew it. Steve Bannon's on Hot Mic about saying that, Biden at the point was probably going to get 500 electoral college votes. They needed to do something. So they released the fake hard drive or laptop, as y'all like to call it.
Wow.
All the ugliness and just to kind of stir some emotion. And it did hurt a little bit, but not enough.
Wow.
You've got Steve Bannon admitting that. You've got the fake elector schemes, which is going to be interesting because out of Michigan, we're going to find out that they were set to go before the election or after the election was held.
Oh.
That'll be an interesting detail that's going to come out of that.
Wow.
Yeah. I mean, this is why the RICO charges, the 162 acts that are detailed in that report, that there were so many Republicans that were involved in overturning the election.
Yep. They're the unindicted co-conspirators.
Yep.
Yeah, and they're going to go to jail and hell with Donald Trump. Trust me.
Yeah. And what they're saying is that the Republicans at this point, like McCarthy and a lot of them, they have to still push this narrative because if they don't, then it takes the entire party down. And so they're stuck.
How long do you think it's going to take the Republican Party, Shay? How many election cycles do you think it'll take for the GOP to recover from this Trump?
I think 2024 will be a washout. I think it will be really, really bad for Republicans because it is. There was two different polls, but they were all either 64%, 65%, 67% of Americans have said they will not vote for Donald Trump. So there's
You hear that?
absolutely no way. I know you guys love his little fake, polls saying that, he's up by this and up by that. That's only like 25% of the Republican base. So be real clear what that is. That does not number the amount of Americans that are voting.
Nope.
We have almost 200,000 registered voters in this country.
Oh.
So, yeah. So we're not. Sorry, 200 million. Excuse me, 200,000. 200 million. So, no, wait. Have I right?
Yeah, million.
No, it is. Yeah, 200 million. Sorry. And then, so, yeah. So I think that what we're trying to tell you here is it's not just about Trump. This is absolutely, they knew they were going to lose. They wanted to be in power. And what's going to be really interesting is to see why they wanted to hold on to that power so much. That's what I want.
Because of these crimes that they've been committing.
Yeah, because of the crimes, and I'm wondering if there was a lot of money from Saudi Arabia or Russia or other places.
Oh, yeah.
What's going on that they were so desperate to keep him in power? Because I've never seen that. I mean, win some, lose some, right? I mean, we've all lost elections. So what was this huge conspiracy? And this attempt to hold on to power?
They're terrible losers, Jay. They don't know how to lose.
Yeah.
They're not winners. No. Snuggles says they're winning. Yeah, you're winning in indictments and felonies. You're winning like nobody else.
How does he say they're winning? That's what I don't understand every time he says that. We're winning. There's no convictions. I mean, dude, 91 felony counts? Come on, that's not winning. Nope. I mean, have you ever had a felony account? Have you ever had a federal indictment?
No.
I can tell you what, I'd be shaking in my boots if that ever came on me. Oh my God. I don't even have a misdemeanor on my record. Like, right? I mean, I'm just like, I don't understand why this is okay with you people. Why you're blowing it off. Like, I don't get it. Like, how are you blowing this off? I mean, but again, you think someone attacked Maui. Why would anybody attack Maui? Why? They want pineapples? Like, I don't understand the point. Like,
how do you
believe this stuff?
They just can't accept that their leader, their cult leader, is a criminal, a thug, and deranged.
They can't admit that they've been lied to. They can't admit that they're going to lose so much of what they believed in. That's what it is. Mishi, I don't know if you know Mishi. Girl, Mishi is awesome because she voted for Trump twice, and she woke up, and so she was explaining that, this morning. She said that the problem is you have so many friends that are MAGA. Some of your family's MAGA. Your husband might be MAGA. It's a feeling that he gave us.
Oh, it's like being on drugs.
Yes.
You Trump supporters are on drugs.
Yes.
Wow. The worst drug I've ever seen in my life is a Trump supporter hooked on Donald Trump.
Yeah, they're hooked on this movement instead of really what things are about. And so I think that they just are so invested in it that they don't know. Wow. It's kind of like you're in a 30-year marriage and you don't know how you'd go on and, pay your bills on your own, or you'd have to move out of your favorite house or your favorite city, or you'd have to move away from family. And I think that's what it feels like to them. I don't get it because I'm like, whatever, I vote for who I want to vote for. Like, I love you guys, but I'm not in this because we agree politically, you know what I mean? Like, it just, I don't know. So I think that's what it is. But anyway, I know my bell went off, so I'll let you go, but I just wanted to play. So you understand it was a massive conspiracy built before he actually lost the election. Therefore, the election was not rigged or stolen by Democrats. So you need to wake up. My God, wake up. Stop looking ridiculous. All right, everyone. Have a wonderful day.
All right.
Let's party in the kingdom of Zeus.
All right. Ladies and gentlemen, let's give the beautiful Shay a round of applause. It's not that hard to get in the box and tell the truth, all right? No lies detected. Trump supporters, I promise you, this live is definitely your worst nightmare. This is your worst nightmare. And I promise you, it's gonna get worse. It really is. Because as you can see, the truth is spreading all over this country. Yes, it's rated Z, Southern Delight, because it's off the rails. Like my good friend Conservative Lynn said, right? This show is definitely off the rails, but it's for a good cause, all right? This truth is getting into every nook and cranny of the United States, all right? I have people reaching out to me from All 50 states. Yesterday we had a gentleman from Australia, from the land down. This truth is getting out and it's spreading. It's really spreading. And you can see it in Trump's poll numbers, right? By the way, to all my friends in here, you should give yourselves a round of applause. Because it's not just this live, it's the other live that we have been holding on this platform. Whether we're hosting or not, we've been going in here and we've been educating a lot of people about Donald Trump and his crimes, as well as some of the things the Democrats are doing to help save this country, right? And those independent voters, those are the ones that this message is really crafted for, right? Not necessarily the MAGA, because we know, and that's why the MAGA is in here, because they know there's a lot of independent people in here, and they're trying to dissuade them, and it's not working, all right? That's why they come to this live. But we know our truth is getting out here to the independent voters, those in the middle who didn't know this stuff and are now coming into the truth. Their minds have been set free, and they are running. They are running away from Donald Trump faster than they've ever ran in their life, because they're agents of light, right? Let's get this. All right, my good friend Angela. This is the one that always likes to remind me the gloves are off. Good morning, Angela. The gloves are off.
That's right. The gloves are off. Good morning. How are you?
I'm doing all right. How are you?
I am well. I am sitting here drinking my coffee, listening to this new young jazz singer named Leve. If you have not listened to her, please go listen to her. She's fabulous. Anyway, that's how my morning is going. Bad Views, I see you in the comments. Why are you here? I saw you getting destroyed over and over and over in our lives all day. My word. Are you a masochist? Why are you here? I don't understand what you're doing. Oh my God.
So he's on that, he got the MAGA demon too.
Yes, he's in HVAC. Oh, they're the worst. I just can't. I can't listen to that.
Bad views. Oh. I got a serious question. I asked Snuggles, why do you stay in the United States? Why don't you just leave?
Exactly.
HVAC, why do you stay in this country? Why not Russia?
Go to Russia.
Angela. Sorry.
No, please. It's your show. Don't apologize to me. Speaking of Snuggles, okay, I have to tell you, I had the pleasure of being in his live over the weekend, and he invited me up. I was a panelist even. Oh my goodness, my first time being a panelist over there. And he brought up another panelist. I won't say her name. She's that one with that real gravelly voice. It's almost scary. I won't say her name. But anyway, they tried to get this gotcha moment on me, right? They played this video from me. Of course, it was from YouTube, right?
Was it Snuggles' face in it? Was his face in the video?
No, not in this one, no. It was about 15 seconds long, right?
Thank God.
So they were about to get their gotcha moment, right?
Right.
I can't take it. Let's see if I can say it. All right. So they play this video for me, and it's about 15 seconds. All I'm doing is mostly seeing the sky. Like, what are they trying to show me here? So then this alleged cop apparently had said something about, he was part of the plan on January 6th. It was all rigged, the whole nine, right? So anyway, they're playing it. I can't hear it, Zeus. I'm like, what is going on? I can't hear it. And this panelist says to me, well, why don't you be quiet and mute then? I said, oh my goodness. So I said, all right, I'll do that. So I was, this one was a demon for sure. So I'm listening, right? She didn't have the audio on. She didn't even have the audio on. I mean, embarrassing themselves over and over. And then they said, well, what do you think? When they finally, I said, what do you think? And I said, well, first of all, I tell them what they always like to say. That's a paid crisis actor. Oh, that took them out. That's what I told. And I said, and what the heck is that? All I saw was sky, because that's where, I said, all I can tell you is a cloudy day. That's it. I don't know what the heck you're trying to show me. But I also want to say, I enjoyed hearing there's another traitor that went to jail this morning.
Yes.
Another traitor. All right. Okay.
January 6th. He used the police officer's shield.
Oh, gosh. Dang it. Good. Get him. Get him off the street. All of them.
Get him out of here.
Just keep going day by day. Okay. My last thing I want to talk about, Donald is truthing away, of course. And I came across this truth this morning. This one's one of his best, I think. He is ticked off at Fox right now, okay? Because they're lying. They're claiming they're putting Biden ahead in the polls and whatnot. Here's my favorite part. He said, also, they purposely show the absolutely worst picture of me, especially the big orange one with my chin pulled way back.
He wrote that?
He wrote that. And you know what that sounds like? You know what that sounds like?
Wow.
I think he's gonna practice for his mugshot.
Yeah.
He's gonna make sure to not pull his chin all the way back.
No. Yeah, they're not gonna let him do all of the tricks he likes to do to tighten his face and look young. It's gonna be the nastiest mugshot known to mankind.
This freaking moron has got 91 convictions or whatever. Felonies, yes. And he's worried about his chin being pulled back.
Is it tight enough? How do I look from this side?
Oh my God. But anyway, I just think he's practicing for his mugshot.
I bet you he is. Yeah, he definitely practiced. Stand there by the wall, sir. Do I gotta take off my suit jacket? Yes, take it all off. Put this uniform on. You mean I gotta put that thing on? I don't look good in that color. Put it on, sir.
And not to be rude, I don't like to body shame, but it's more like 3 chins. I'm sorry, I hate to tell him.
3 chins done.
So you know what? He should stand with his chins back because it makes him look like he has 2 instead of 3. I'm sorry. I'm done. That just cracked me up this morning. And
my God.
As always, thank you so much for having me.
You're absolutely welcome.
Have a great day, my friend.
All right, you too. Ladies and gentlemen, let's give the beautiful Angela a round of applause. All right, ladies and gentlemen, Sister Takesha, welcome.
Many be called, but few are chosen.
Amen.
And that preacher that went to that lady house,
talk to him
in the name of Trump, instead of in the name of Jesus. To go and seek souls that need salvation.
Oh, my Lord.
Sure enough, called himself, because he sure ain't been chosen. Because the Lord ain't called him to be out here dealing with Trump. What he should be telling folks is to get saved and not be like Trump.
Amen.
Now, let me say this, Zeus. Ruben Freeman don't have the right type of family. Because in my family, we would have dog walked everybody that came through that gate and knocked on my door. Every time we saw them out in the street, we'd have been on their necks and we'd have been on their backs riding them like the Lone Ranger on your silver. Do you hear me, Zeus?
Yes, Lord.
Zeus,
yes,
she ain't got the right black family, Zeus. Because we done invited you to the barbecue and you'd have been the main meal. I'm just trying to told you now. They need to leave that lady alone. Now, she need to get her hand and throw it up in the air to let us know if we need to come with the folding chair. We'll come, Zeus.
Give it up.
We'll come. They ain't got no business saying nothing to that woman. But she ain't got the right black folk around her, Zeus. Because we'd have been handled that with care.
Hallelujah.
And they wouldn't say nothing else to her.
Hallelujah. Yes, Lord.
It's getting ridiculous now. Now listen.
Go ahead and preach that. Go ahead and preach that gospel, sister.
Listen. Snuggles is a fake. Snuggles don't believe half of what Snuggles say, Zeus. I'm telling you. I can see through Snuggles just like I see through Donald Trump toupee to see that his scalp is full of Gorilla Glue. Snuggles is not as supportive as Trump as you think he is. He found a way to grift people on Facebook. He didn't know he was only going to get 15 followers, to come in his lives. But he found a way to try to make himself known rather than being the fabric sheet guy. And he used it. And now Janae is over, the town crier. She cried more than a newborn baby that just got his butt spanked. Then you got Chrissy Snow over there. You know, she talks like she really know what's going on, but we all know that Lynn knows nothing. You know, it's ridiculous. They all need to follow the yellow brick road and go to the Wiz and ask for some courage and ask for some wisdom, because evidently they lost it when they got their head hit on a tornado at Annie M's house. They need to make a trip, put on some ruby red slippers and a light blue dress and follow the yellow brick road on to Emerald City and find the Wiz and get all their stuff back that Trump took on their way to the Wiz. It's ridiculous. I'm embarrassed, Zeus. I'm as embarrassed as Melania was after the first night she was with Trump, that she had to marry him to have money. The woman has been embarrassed ever since she found out that he was lacking and that his pants was slacking. You know, she probably thought they was slacking because, you know, he had to have room. But then she found out they was slacking because he was lacking. And she had already got in the situation and she couldn't afford to leave it. Bless her heart for having to stay all these years.
Oh, my Lord.
Bless her heart, Zeus. Now the woman is incognito. She been gone longer than the pack of condoms Trump was saving from high school. She gone, Zeus.
Oh, my Lord.
She gone.
Lord have mercy.
Listen, when you give up your career and you go to jail for one, I'm finna start selling Trump dolls. You know how those men sent overseas for those sex dolls?
Yeah.
I'm gonna make dolls like that of Trump.
You can sell those. I know Snuggles would love to buy a couple of those.
And when I tell you he gonna really be a snuggle when he get it, he gonna be snuggling harder than the driest sheets that he represents.
I'm done. Now you didn't put it in my mind that Snuggles was snuggling with this Trump doll. That's disgusting. What a shame.
Zeus.
Jesus Christ, Snuggles, cut it out.
Listen, Zeus, they gonna be spooning more than a bowl of soup. I'm trying to tell you. He gonna be spooning so hard he gonna have Trump print in his chest. I'm trying to tell you. Now they gonna be spooning him. I'm telling you, Zeus. He gonna be on.
I know he would buy this doll. I know Snuggles would buy
it. Listen, Zeus. He gonna have a grip on him tighter than a vice. I'm telling you, that grip, that's gonna be a vice grip. He gonna be holding the man tighter than a lover and his woman. Listen, Zeus.
Lord have mercy.
He gonna be the real meaning of know when to hold him and know when to fold him. I'm trying to tell you, Zeus. When he say he got Trump back, he don't really mean he got Trump back. I can't take it.
I'm done.
I gotta go.
I'm done.
I gotta go.
I'm done, Snuggles. This is going too far.
I'm done.
But you know what? I'll be honest. I'd pay top dollar to catch some footage of Snuggles with this doll. I would. I'd be all over TikTok with it. All right?
I'm done for the day. I can't take no more. I'm sorry.
I'm done with this. This is all wavy.
I did all I could do, Zeus. I can't even get myself together.
There's nothing else to say after that.
I can't even get myself together, Zeus.
All right.
Bye, Zeus.
Later. All right. Listen, ladies and gentlemen, I'm done. The show's over. Keisha killed it. She killed it. I'm sorry. I can't go any further. All right. Because the idea that Snuggles would buy this doll with Donald Trump and literally be hanging out with him every day after he gets off of work, all right, is just very disturbing, but I know he would do it. Sister Takesha, thank you so much. I'm out of here. All right, ladies. My stomach is hurting. Listen, I gotta go take care of some affairs. I gotta go to the gym and run some errands, ladies and gentlemen. I'm so sorry. I didn't get to all of you out there, but listen, what an incredible incredible show, all right? We brought nothing but the truth, no lies detected, all right? And we got the MAGA on the ropes right now. We got MAGA on the ropes right now. The walls are closing in faster than they've ever closed in, all right? So, ladies and gentlemen, I want to thank all of you for tuning in today, this morning, all right? Even my critics, I appreciate you, all right? Until next time, and by the way, if you want to support the kingdom, just click on the link in the bio. All right, now before we go, I got to remind you, Trump supporters, of what Fonnie Willis said.
I am giving the defendants the opportunity to voluntarily surrender no later than noon on Friday, the 25th day of August, 2023.
Ready or not, here I come. You can't hide.
All right.
Gonna find you and take it slowly.
Have a great rest of your morning.
You can't hide.
Every individual charged in the indictment is charged with one count of violating Georgia's Racketeer, Influence, and Corrupt Organizations Act. Today, based on information developed by that investigation, a Fulton County grand jury returned a true bill of indictment. I am giving the defendants the opportunity to voluntarily surrender no later than noon on Friday, the 25th day of August, 2023.
Thank you, Angela. All right, ladies and gentlemen. Until next time, take care. Have a great rest of your day.
Two orbits, most handsome in the kingdom.
And I really am. Yes.
This is how I move when I'm walking like Zeus. This is
Thank you.
how I sound talking like Zeus. This is how I stare when I'm looking like Zeus. Act a fool when I'm moving like Zeus. I'll be playing with my mood when I'm moving like Zeus. You thinking that you cool till I pull up like Zeus. Don't know in the sky like you. Call me Zeus. I'm fire than an eagle.
Thank you so much.
Took a long time to get here and I'm feeling
You don't have to, but you do. Thank you. I got money on my mind. I can't leave it up to you.
I can't hang around with you. You fall in love too quick. You a high risk. Next all in the mix. I put a bounty on your head. This is way above the
Have a great day.
You playing with the gods and you playing with the dead. Time to let loose with the truth. Yeah, grab your
No,
boots.
thank you.
Hey, little mama, let me play with your caboose. I know the ladies love me cause I'm sweet like a tooth. Playing hating on the gods, but he's such a douche. I tried to be patient, but you had to light my fuse. Catching all these snakes like a mongoose. These ladies love me, yeah, I'm the one that they choose. You know I'm so handsome, that's why they call me Zeus. This is how I move when I'm walking like Zeus. This is how I sound when I'm talking like Zeus. This is how I stare when I'm looking like Zeus. I like to act a fool when I'm moving like Zeus. I'll be playing with my mood when I'm moving like Zeus. You thinking that you cool till I pull up like Zeus. Thunder in the sky like you up like
Thank you,
Zeus.
all my moderators.
Rules, I'm a god, call
All
me
my
Zeus. I'm
subscribers.
riding in Hades and I'm
Thank you,
running
April.
over. You say you want it back, well, I gotta choose. If you play around with love, then you guaranteed to lose. I didn't make the game of rules, so don't play me like a fool. If you can't swim, don't be in the pool. Even though I'm hot, people telling me be cool. I'm just sitting on my throne while you looking like a goof. Time to let loose with the truth. Yeah, grab your goose. Hey, little mama, let me play with your caboose. I know the ladies love me cause I'm sweet like a tooth. Playing hating on the gods, but he's such a douche. Tried to be patient, but you had to light my fuse. Catching all these snakes like a mongoose. These ladies love me, yeah, I'm the one that they choose. You know I'm so handsome, that's why they call me Zeus. This is how I move when I'm walking like Zeus. This is how I sound when I'm talking like Zeus. This is how I stare when I'm looking like Zeus. I like to act a fool when I'm moving like Zeus. Don't be playing with my mood when I'm moving like Zeus. You think I'm cool till I pull up like Zeus. Thunder in the sky like you up like Zeus. I make my own rules, I'm a god, call me Zeus.
Yeah, you know about me.
He's deranged.
Wow.
Jack Smith. He's deranged. Jack Smith. He's deranged. Jack Smith.
Yeah, have it.
Beat hard like Bruce. Born free on the beat, better call the truth, ladies and gentlemen. I can dance and box in the jungle like a kangaroo. Don't get caught flipping in the woods or you'll be dead like
He's deranged. Jackson. 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 He's deranged. It's Zeus. Jackson. Donald Trump is indicted and they take one charge and they turn it into 36 charges. And he's a big Trump hater. Openly, he's a Trump hater. And his wife is even more of a Trump hater.
Right.
Every time the radical left Democrats, Marxists, communists, and fascists indict me, I consider it a great badge of courage. Jack Smith is a Trump hater. His wife's a Trump hater. His family is a Trump hater. They all hate Trump. They hate him with a passion. They'll do anything they can to hurt Trump. And he's a big Trump hater. Openly, he's a Trump hater. And his wife is even more of a Trump. Donald Trump is indicted and they take one charge and they turn it into 36 charges. And he's a big Trump hater. Openly, he's a Trump hater. And his wife is even more of a Trump hater. Jack Smith.
Get him, Jack!